How y'all doing? How we doing today? Listen, you saw the title, right? Whoo. If God has been giving you some instructions, has God been giving you some instructions? Let me know. You tell me. If God has been giving you some instructions, because God has been giving me some unusual instructions. And today, he was literally saying, what is taking you so long? What are you waiting on, Gerald? And I had to stop and think, what could possibly, like literally possibly, what could possibly, like, let me tell you something, what could possibly stop you from following those instructions? And I came to that place, like, fear, doubting, if you can actually do it. But let me tell you something. God put the scripture on me about Lot leaving Sodom and Gomorrah and getting out of their place. He got some instructions, and he told him to get out, get your family and get out. And so they was leaving, but his wife turned around to look, and when she turned around, she became a pillar of salt, just stuck in that spot. Have you ever been just stuck in that spot because you keep looking back? You keep looking back at your past. You keep looking back at a situation. You keep looking back at something when God tells you to go, when God tells you to walk, when God tells you to focus on them, when God tells you to forgive, God tells you to press forward, God tells you that he has you. He tells you all of these things, but because you're not comfortable, you're not a lack of better words, disciplined enough to actually walk out what God is really saying to you in these instructions. And in this time period, God is really being very, very decisive in what he is saying to us as with the instructions that he's asking us to do. So I remember him telling me, I'm going to move you away from people, places, and things. I didn't understand at that time why he was telling me he was going to move me away from people, places, and things. Because at that place, I was setting myself up for destruction. I was setting my family up for destructions. So God moved me away. Then he gave me some instructions that you're not to go back. And I was like, dang, I can't go back and see my family. I can't go back and see this. But God was protecting me because it was a time where I wasn't strong enough. My deliverance wasn't strong enough to stand against what was pulling me. You know what I'm saying? When I was there, I wasn't fighting well. I wasn't doing things well. I was stuck. I was sitting there looking at my past. I was looking at my situation, and I wasn't moving. My wife had started moving. It was like moving. She was moving spiritually. She was growing spiritually. She was growing in her job. She was just growing. She was going ahead of me. And I was still turning around, looking at my past, looking at my situation, and I could not move. It was a bad place. You hear what I'm saying? It was a bad place. And so I'm looking at Lot's wife. They didn't even get that far. Then she turned around and want to look back. And all of a sudden, while she's looking back, she's stuck. How many times have you just been stuck? Because you keep looking back. You keep looking back. How many times you have told yourself that you can't make it? Oh, I can't do this. God, why are you asking me to do this? This is too hard. This is too strong. Then you start, the enemy don't even have to tell, he don't have to put doubt in your head. You already got it. You saying it over yourself. He don't have to tell you to be afraid. Why? Because you already saying you're afraid. Why? Because you're scared to walk into what God is asking us to walk into. I get it. It's unfamiliar places. It's an uncomfortable place, but God is a progressive God. He's always trying to get us into a new place. Why? Because that's the place where we have to depend on him. That's the place we have to rely and trust in him. That is that place. And so I'm encouraging you. If God's giving you some instructions and fear coming to you, doubt coming to you, you gotta know that God is getting ready to shift you into something else. The enemy wants you to stay in that place of doubt. He wants to sit you in that place where you're gonna sit there and be a pillar of salt. You ain't gonna move. You stuck. No, the devil is a liar. You're not going to be stuck. Today is not that day that you're going to be stuck in that situation. Today is the day that your mind is getting renewed. Today is the day that you decide that I'm going to follow these instructions regardless of what they sound like, look like, feel like, all of that. Today is that day. You're not going to be the one where God is saying, what are you waiting on? What are you waiting on? He's not telling you that. No, he's not. That's not the question. That's not the question you're going to hear anymore. Why? Because you're already going to move in it. You're already walking in it. You already made a decision that I'm going to walk in this thing regardless of what it look like, feel like, and what it sound like. I'm going to walk in it. I'm going to walk in it. Whatever that may be. If that may be forget, what are you waiting on to forgive? For that person to show you or say something to you to make you feel like you're going to forgive? The enemy had that never happening. And so you'll be stuck in that same situation. So God is saying, I need you to move forward. I need you to move forward in this hurt. I need you to move forward in this pain. I need you to move forward in this unforgiveness. I need you to move forward. I've given you the instructions to forgive. Forgive. To forgive. I've told you, listen, he's giving you those instructions. You can't get another instruction because he's already gave you the main instruction for you to actually do it. He's telling you to walk into this new business, but you got fear. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I got the finances. I don't go. God, why would God give you an idea and not be your resource? He is your resource. He, Jehovah Jireh, your provider. He's going to provide everything that you need. Don't be stuck in this same position. Don't be stuck in the same situation you was here last year to being in this year. We're getting ready to go into a new year. And are we going to be in that same place? Nope, not today. Today we get motivated to step out. Today is a day that we're not going to allow depression. We're not going to allow anxiety. We're not going to allow fear. Let me tell you something. Yesterday, God told me something. And he was like, it's something I'm getting ready to, I want you to do. And it was so big, I got anxiety in the car. I started literally crying because I was like, oh my God, my heart beating fast. I'm like, oh God, you really want me to do this? This is really what you want me to do? And then I instantly went back to some of the stuff that he has said to me, some of the stuff that he has asked me to do, the instructions that he's given me. And I was like, I instantly went from panic mode to worry mode to shalom peace mode, like within some seconds. Why? Because I started thinking on the things that God was telling me. I started thinking on the things that God was putting into my heart. I was thinking on those things. I wasn't going to get caught. Let me tell you something now. I wasn't going to get caught not being able to do what he's asked me to do. I wasn't going to do that. I wasn't going to get caught into that place. I'm done with that. I'm done with it. He's not going to say, what am I waiting on anymore? He's not going, I'm growing out of that. I got to mature out of that. Today is the day I grew up in a day. Today is the day that you grow up in a day. So I want you to be motivated to not hear that word, have to hear that sentence again. Whatever your name is, what are you waiting on? I've given you your instructions. I've given you your instructions. Take those instructions and walk them out. Ask God for the wisdom. Ask God for the understanding. Because I'm telling you, as you ask God for wisdom and understanding, you will understand your steps that he's ordering for you. You will understand why he's taking you this way, why he's having you to forgive somebody that doesn't even treat you right, to speak to someone that doesn't even speak to you, to love someone that doesn't even love you. He's telling you to do it. Why? Because there's a bigger plan. And ask God to show you the plan. Ask God to show you the plans that he has for you. He has plans for you before you even was born. So all of this stuff is playing into play now, but it's all about your discipline. It's all about your faith. The enemy is always trying to steal your faith. He's trying to steal the word. And how do you get faith? Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So you don't see it, but you keep believing in it, and it grows your faith. And all of a sudden you start seeing things. You start believing, your beliefs start catching up, and you start growing. All of a sudden, now the enemy got to try something new. He got to come with something. He can't come with the same old stuff. He got to try something new. So today is the day that we move into something new. Today is the day that God is no longer have to say, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? So I pray, listen, I pray that this message, this nugget helps you. Thank you for joining me for the Driveway Motivation. I'm Gerald, one half of Gerald and Yvette Ministries. I pray that this encourages you. Listen, I'm gonna start going live, not on my page, but going live in the gym ministry. I was told by God and I was told by a mentor that we needed to start using our ministry page more, and that's where I'm going. That's where I'm going live in, and my wife will probably follow suit with that also. So make sure you put your notifications on, and if you got some friends that watch it too, send it to them. Make sure that they put their notifications on, because God is getting ready to bring it. He is getting ready to bring it, and I'm so excited about the shift that God is getting ready that is doing in our ministry, what He's doing in my wife as an individual, what He's doing in me, and what He's doing in our army. If you can go to our website, GeraldandYvette.com, if you're interested in the mentoring, you're interested in the counseling, you can sign up off our website. Once again, it's GeraldandYvette.com. Listen, it's time. It's a blessing getting ready to happen. My wife is we're doing a Black Friday sale on Friday and Saturday. We got our book with our testimony, Bent but Not Broken, and one webinar of your choice that you that will be on a Friday and Saturday, and so that I think that price is $25 for a Bent but Not Broken book and a webinar of your choice. So take advantage of it, please. If you're on YouTube and you haven't seen it, if you don't have the book, let me tell you something. Get the book so you'll understand some of the stuff that we've been through. So it'll encourage you. It'll give you some hope in what you're dealing with, because God is ready to say, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. No more just standing there. No more looking back. No more procrastinating. No more being lazy. This is the time where we're going to shift in something. God is getting ready to shift us in something new. Our discipline level is going to go to another place. Our obedience level is going to go into another place. And our faith level is going into another place. I declare that over you now in Jesus' name. Listen, y'all be blessed and y'all have a wonderful day.